Imagine a battlefield. Not just a place of war, but a vast expanse where destinies are shaped, where every step echoes with the weight of choices yet to be made. The air is thick with anticipation. The ground itself seems to remember the footsteps of countless warriors who have come before. Not just any battlefield, but the legendary Kurukshetra, a place woven into the very fabric of Indian history and mythology. Here, the fate of an entire era hangs in the balance. On this sacred ground, two sides of a great family stand ready, their hearts pounding with the knowledge that the outcome will forever alter their lives. Brothers, cousins, friends, now divided by duty and destiny, prepare to face each other in a conflict that will test their deepest values. Among these warriors stands Arjuna, a hero celebrated for his unmatched skill with the bow, his courage, and his unwavering sense of honor. He is a symbol of strength, admired by all who know him. Clad in gleaming armor, Arjuna stands tall, his bow drawn, every muscle ready for the challenge ahead. He is prepared for battle, his mind focused, his spirit unyielding. He possesses the finest weapons, rides the most magnificent chariot, and most importantly has Krishna himself as his charioteer, a guide, a friend, and a divine presence at his side. Yet as the conch shells sound, their haunting notes signaling the beginning of the war, something unexpected happens. Arjuna's hands tremble, his resolve falters, and doubt creeps into his heart. He looks across the battlefield and sees not just enemies, but his own family, his elders, his beloved teachers, his childhood friends. The faces that once brought him comfort now fill him with sorrow and confusion. Overwhelmed by emotion, Arjuna sinks to his seat, his head in his hands. A wave of despair washes over him, and he questions everything he once believed in. In this moment, the true battle is not fought with weapons, but within Arjuna's own soul. He is torn between his duty as a warrior and his love for those he must face. He feels utterly lost, paralyzed by uncertainty, unable to decide what is right or wrong. The lines between justice and injustice blur before his eyes. Arjuna's inner turmoil is not just his own, it is a mirror of the struggles we all face. His doubts, his fears, his search for meaning are deeply human. Life too is a battlefield. We are often confronted with choices that test our values, moments when we feel lost at a crossroads, unsure which path to take, afraid of the consequences. Just like Arjuna, we all stand on our own battlefields, facing challenges that shake us to our core. In these moments, it is natural to feel uncertain, to question ourselves, and to seek guidance. The story of Arjuna reminds us that even the greatest heroes must confront their doubts, and that true courage is found not in the absence of fear, but in the willingness to face it. Arjuna's world was crumbling. The mighty warrior, once so sure of his purpose, now found himself standing at the edge of a battle that threatened to tear apart everything he held dear. The air was thick with tension, the cries of soldiers echoing across the vast plains of Kurukshetra. But within Arjuna, a storm of doubt raged even louder. He saw no glory in victory, only sorrow and pain. The faces of friends and family, once sources of strength, now haunted him as reminders of the cost of war. Each fallen soldier was a story, a life, a connection severed by the sword. How could he fight those he loved and respected? The lines between right and wrong blurred as he gazed upon his teachers, cousins, and elders, people who had shaped his very being. The thought of raising his weapon against them filled him with unbearable anguish. His mind raced, trapped in a web of confusion and fear. Every value he had been taught seemed to clash with the reality before him. The weight of responsibility pressed down, making it hard to breathe, let alone act. He was paralyzed, unable to pick up his bow, his famous weapon, the Gandiva. The symbol of his strength now felt impossibly heavy, as if the burden of destiny itself rested upon it. For the first time, Arjuna questioned his own courage. In desperation, he turned to Krishna, his friend, his charioteer. Arjuna's voice trembled as he sought answers, his heart yearning for clarity amidst the chaos. But Krishna was more than just a friend. He was a divine guide, an avatar of Vishnu, here to help humanity. In Krishna, Arjuna sensed a presence that transcended the ordinary, a source of wisdom that could illuminate even the darkest path. Sensing Arjuna's turmoil, Krishna patiently listened as Arjuna poured out his heart. Every fear, every doubt, every tear was met with compassion and understanding. Krishna's calm presence offered a silent promise of hope. Arjuna's plea wasn't just for advice, it was a cry for guidance, for a way out of the darkness. He longed for someone to show him the light, to help him find meaning in the suffering and confusion that surrounded him. He recognized in Krishna a beacon of wisdom and truth. In that moment, Arjuna realized that surrendering to a higher wisdom was not weakness, but the first step toward true strength. This marked a pivotal moment in Arjuna's life, a moment of surrender. It was here on the battlefield that Arjuna opened his heart to transformation, setting the stage for a timeless dialogue that would echo through the ages. Krishna, the embodiment of wisdom and compassion, listened without judgment as Arjuna laid bare his fears and doubts. He understood the turmoil in Arjuna's heart, the conflict between duty and love, action and inaction. Arjuna, in that moment of humility, acknowledged his need for guidance. He accepted Krishna not just as a friend or charioteer, but as his guru, his spiritual teacher. This acceptance was crucial, for it opened the door to true knowledge and understanding. Krishna, recognizing Arjuna's sincerity and his readiness to learn, agreed to be his guide. Thus began the divine dialogue that would become the Bhagavad Gita, a timeless scripture offering profound wisdom for all of humanity. Arjuna's surrender to Krishna wasn't a sign of weakness, but an act of courage. It takes immense strength to acknowledge our limitations and seek guidance. This surrender is not about blind faith, but about opening our minds and hearts to a higher wisdom. Just as a student surrenders to the wisdom of a teacher, Arjuna placed his trust in Krishna. He was ready to listen, to learn, and to transform. This act of surrender, of accepting a guru, is the first step on any spiritual journey. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes this relationship between a guru and disciple. It highlights the importance of humility, faith, and a sincere desire to learn. It is through this sacred bond that true knowledge and enlightenment can dawn. You know, the importance of a guru is woven throughout Hindu scriptures. Across centuries, these sacred texts have consistently highlighted the guru's role as a spiritual beacon, someone who illuminates the path for seekers and helps them navigate the complexities of life. In the vast tapestry of Hindu philosophy, the guru is not just a teacher, but a living embodiment of wisdom and compassion, guiding students with patience and love. The Upanishads, those ancient Vedic texts, revere the guru as a dispeller of darkness, a guide who leads us from ignorance to knowledge. The very word guru itself means the remover of darkness. In these texts, the guru is described as the one who holds the lamp of knowledge, showing the way forward when all seems uncertain. Without such guidance, the journey of self-discovery can feel overwhelming and confusing. In fact, they often compare the guru to a boatman who helps us cross the river of life and death. Just as a skilled boatman knows how to navigate treacherous waters, the guru helps us overcome obstacles, doubts, and fears that arise on our spiritual journey. This metaphor beautifully captures the idea that, while we must make the effort to row, it is the guru's steady hand that ensures we reach the other shore safely. There's this one verse from the Charioteer Upanishad that really encapsulates the role of a guru, Acharya Devo Bhava, which means revere the teacher as God. This isn't just a call for respect, but a reminder of the sacred responsibility the guru holds. The verse urges students to approach their teachers with humility and gratitude, recognizing that the wisdom they share is a gift that can transform lives. Now, this doesn't mean worshipping the guru as a deity, but rather recognizing the divine knowledge they impart. It's about honoring the source of wisdom and the selfless dedication with which the guru guides each student. The relationship is built on trust, respect, and a deep sense of connection that goes beyond the ordinary. The scriptures emphasize that the guru's grace is, honestly, essential for spiritual awakening. Without the guru's blessings, it's said that even the most diligent seeker may struggle to find true understanding. The guru's grace acts as a catalyst, awakening the inner light and helping the student realize their highest potential. They remind us that while the journey is ultimately our own, having a guide makes the path clearer and the journey, well, much more bearable. The scriptures encourage us to seek out such guidance, to walk the path with humility, and to cherish the presence of a true guru, because with their wisdom and compassion, the spiritual journey becomes not just possible, but truly transformative. Even Krishna, an avatar of Vishnu, had a guru, Sandipani Muni. The story goes that Krishna, despite possessing infinite knowledge, humbly served his guru, learning traditional scriptures and performing menial tasks with utmost devotion. This story beautifully illustrates that the quest for knowledge is never-ending, and that even the divine benefit from the guidance of a guru. It emphasizes the importance of humility and the continuous pursuit of knowledge. Krishna's willingness to learn from a guru, despite being an embodiment of knowledge himself, teaches us a valuable lesson. It tells us that there is always more to learn, and that seeking guidance is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. The Ramayana, another epic tale, further emphasizes the significance of a guru. Lord Rama, an embodiment of Dharma, had Rishi Vashistha as his guru. Vashistha's teachings shaped Rama's character and guided him through life's challenges. When faced with the moral dilemma of fulfilling his father's promise, Rama turned to Vashistha for advice. This shows us that even those who seem innately righteous seek guidance from a guru. Rama's unwavering respect and devotion to his guru highlight the sacred bond between a teacher and a student. It underscores the importance of trust, respect, and the willingness to learn from those wiser than ourselves. Just like Arjuna, Krishna, and Rama, we too need guiding lights in our lives. These could be our parents, teachers, mentors, or anyone who inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. Who do you turn to when faced with difficult choices? Who helps you see the truth when you're blinded by confusion? Who inspires you to grow and evolve? These are your gurus. Recognizing and appreciating these guiding lights in our lives is essential. It is through their wisdom, love, and support that we can navigate the complexities of life and strive towards our highest potential. Life is a continuous journey of learning, and just like any journey, having a guide can make all the difference. A guru illuminates our path, helps us overcome obstacles, and inspires us to reach our full potential. The lessons from the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, and the Ramayana remind us that seeking guidance is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of wisdom. They encourage us to find our own Krishnas, our own Vashishthas, who can guide us on our unique journeys. Let us embrace the wisdom of these ancient teachings and open our hearts and minds to the transformative power of a guru. The journey of life is much more enriching and fulfilling when we have guiding lights to illuminate our path.